Hi, for today's Tuesday Toolbox, we're going to talk about elevator speeches or elevator quips. I belong to a number of networking groups and we're often working on honing in our elevator quips. And I always try to remind people that we don't have really tall buildings here in New Mexico, so you have about 2 floors to be able to get someone's attention. But also you want to get their attention so that they want to get off the elevator with you and find out more. And so you don't want to give the laundry list of all of the things that you do because that's a little mind numbing. And so a great recipe for a good elevator speech, elevator quip is, I work with X, so who is your ideal client, so that they, to help them do X so that they can X. And so we're talking about the client and what we're doing for them and what their results are. So for example, I work with smart, successful business owners so that they can have clarity about their vision and they can have the life that they want to lead. Or I work with businesses to help them hone in their team performance so that they can do more without adding any more staff. And that could be attractive to somebody. And once you have your elevator speech or speeches dialed in, because they can have different varieties of that, and you see how long that took. That took less than 20 seconds for me to say that thing, and someone might be able to ask questions. You might be invited to give your living room speech, which is a little bit more detail, which you can be asking some questions, and you can have the person that's listening to you envision working with you. What might it look for them to work with you? What are their specific issues? What's going on, and how might that look for them? And if it gets really good, then you get invited to the kitchen table where you roll up your sleeves and we really start talking about what does this look like? What really do we need to be working on? And what might that proposal look like? But in both of those cases, you sort of have to be invited into someone's living room or into someone's kitchen table to do that work. So you're not going to give your kitchen speech in the elevator. So think about where you're at, think about who your audience is, and really dial in those 3 pieces of how you might articulate who you are and what your value is. Because once you are confident and clear in communicating that, it's going to be much easier for the person listening to you to understand what you do and the value that you bring. Have a great week, and I would love to hear some of your elevator quips in the comments below. Have a great week.